This is the teacher preview for The Boy Who Cried Wolf. This is the very first story in my Fable series. And you're going to get a PDF of all sorts of different materials and resources that you can use. And you're also going to get 4 different Google Slides. They're actually all the same as far as questions, but they are leveled differently. So there's 4 different levels for your readers. I'm going to go first through the PDF and then I'll go into the Google Slides. So you have your title page here that tells you everything that's included, and then as you go down you're going to get to your table of contents. These are clickable links, so if you need to jump through real quickly to something, so say you want to go to test cards, you just click here and it'll jump to for you. Terms of use, and then other things you might be interested in. And then here we come to the Google Slides. As I said before, there are 4 levels of reading, and they're each broken down into Lexile, Guided Reading, Fontaine Pinnell, your grade level, and your AR level. So just whatever you use, find the one that's closest to your students' needs, and then you're going to click on this link, and it's going to open it into your browser, and it's going to prompt you to make a copy. So then once you make a copy, it'll be under your drive, and I'll show you those Google Slides presentations in a little bit. I also made a video down here to help you assign it in your Google Classroom. Then I have just a regular printed off story. There are 4 levels of this, so this is the first grade level, and then the second grade level, and the levels are written down here for you. 3rd grade, and then 4th grade. But they are all covering the same story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Then there are 12 task cards. You can cut these up and laminate them, and then put them around the room and do sort of like a scoot thing, or you can just print these off for your students and make a little packet for them. And then of course there's a recording sheet that does go with those task cards. I would print this front to back just so you can save paper. And then there is an answer sheet for you, so you don't have to figure out which ones are correct. Additionally, there is an answer sheet for the Google Slides questions as well. So this one is for level 1 and 2, and the only thing that changes for level 3 and 4 is the vocabulary slide, which is down here. It's just a little bit more difficult vocabulary for levels 3 and 4. And then also included are some video tutorials that I made just to help you out assigning a Google Classroom, tech tips that you're going to need to know for the Google Slides, so if your kids have questions you know how to answer them, and then deleting and making an assignment for multiple days using the Google Classroom. So you can click on those and watch the videos to help you. So now I'm going to go over to the Google Classroom. I'll start with level 1, and this is just a title slide for you, just to remember which one you are assigning. You can delete that if you need to. And then all of my Google Classrooms has a direction video at the beginning, just to help the kids understand what is expected and what they need to do on the technology side of things. Then there's a title slide, and then this story. Then you'll notice that there are 4 colored rectangles. They're going to use this as a highlighting option later in with the questions. Alright, so level 1 is pretty short. And then all of these questions that you're going to see, they're the same on all of the Google Slides. So it doesn't matter if you're level 1 or you're level 4, you're going to be answering the same questions apart from the vocabulary. Vocabulary is a little bit higher in level 3 and 4. My favorite thing about these is that I made a little video down here. It's a direction video, so if they don't understand what they need to do on the slide, they're just going to grab this video, make it bigger, and then play it, and then I show them exactly what they need to do on the slide. I don't give answers away, but I do show them things that they need to do, like double clicking, erasing that, and then typing in their answer. So that one is sequencing. Then we have main character and setting, and then here you see highlighting your evidence. That's what I was talking about earlier. They're going to go back to the story and they're actually going to prove their answer by taking one of these highlighter boxes and highlighting where they found their answer. And these are extendable too, so there you go. And then they do the same for yellow for setting. a comprehension question. In this one, they're just going to move the sheep to the right answer. What the lesson of the story was, and again, they're highlighting that evidence in green this time. Circling the character traits that the boy had. All they have to do is pull down this circle, or the oval, around which character traits the boy has. Another comprehension question. A vocabulary to match up the definition. So what they're going to do on this one is they click on the arrow and then they extend it down to which one is the definition. Like that. The consequences that the boy received, also highlighting their evidence in blue back in the story. Some advice that they want to give the boy, and then a final comprehension question. Now the great thing about Google Slides is that you can break this up over multiple days, and I show you how to do that back on the PDF. That's this one right here. So you can actually do a whole week on this, you can do 2 days on this. But that is really helpful when you're trying to cut this up over some multiple days. And then this will be level 2, and the only thing that's different is the text. So this is the level 2 text. It's a little bit harder to read. It's about 2nd grade level. And then everything else is the same. This is 3rd, level 3. So again, the text is getting a little bit more complex. And then only one thing changes down here. The vocabulary words are a little bit different. And then level 4, you can see that the text is very complex and much longer. And then again, vocabulary is going to be a little bit higher, same as level 3. So that is what's included in The Boy Who Cried Wolf.